Metropolis is a silent film released in 1927. Directed by Franz Lang and made in pre-World War II Germany, it is one of the first science fiction films ever created, and also regarded as one of the greatest films of all time. It's set in 2000, in the city of Metropolis, where the lower class who work underground power the machines that keep the world above them running. The society above is wealthy and powerful, trying to keep the workers from the underground away from the surface. The main character, Joe, the son of the city master, falls in love with a girl named Maria, who has brought up children from the underground for one time to witness the surface before they are taken back down and live in the underground forever. He tries to convince Maria to stay on the surface, but she refuses and goes back into the underground. Joe goes to find her, only to discover the true world of who powers the surface above. Seeing the injustice of how these people are treated in the underground, he tries with the help of a robot to create a rebellion to take over the surface and bring both worlds together. The first time I saw this film, it was in response to a play I was researching at the time. I thought the visuals were stunning, and the story was pure and original. Over time, it has spoken to me more as I have started work. I have a connection with the workers of the underground. They go into a dark factory with steel beams, concrete, loud noises of machines, and petrol smoke. With a clock in, clock out mentality, walking into a dark workplace, working until they're exhausted and they can't see the true beauty of life besides the work that they do, as well as feeling dispendable if you don't keep up your repetitive job. I relate to the working class of Metropolis. My old job I had was very similar. I worked shift work, coming to and from work in the darkness of the morning or leaving in the dark of night. I would do repetitive jobs in order to keep the system running, working until I felt exhausted and tired, so others can go and enjoy themselves. The city of Metropolis reminds me of Tress's lecture of how space is what place becomes through the investment of power. Following invisible rules shows who has the power within those spaces. The power within the world of Metropolis is a hierarchy. The elite above rule over the working class in a very physical sense, as the workers down below overwork and even die for the machine that keeps the world turning. The workers only know the underground, and they are born into a society where they know they are dispendable and not worth anything. This doesn't benefit the world. The elite only have political power. This idea is reflected in the Communist Manifesto by Karl Marx, which he states, "Political power, properly so called, is merely the organized power of one class for oppressing another. This oppression is what makes people of the surface of Metropolis blind to the workers down below. To deviate and care for the workers would be, in the minds of the powerful, would make the world fall apart and bring chaos to a balanced society." The true power in the space of Metropolis comes from Joe's actions of noticing. This is reflected in the reading of John Mason's The Discipline of Noticing, stating, "To notice is to make a distinction, to create foreground and background, to distinguish something from its surroundings." These ideas of noticing are also reminiscent of one of the group projects in my class. It's Project CBD, an Instagram page where pictures are taken, but also poems are written about them as well. This emotional and creative response to these photos allows the audience to think of these pictures in a different way. The power examples being seen help see differences in the world around us. Hence, in Metropolis, the separation of the higher and lower class is key to the powerful. It keeps the system moving. But when Joe sees the underground for the first time, he has more of the power. He is sympathetic and wants to help everyone, especially the workers. These ideals echoes Karl Marx's Communist Manifesto, that the ruling classes tremble at a communist revolution. The proletarians have nothing to lose but their chains. They have a world to win. Working men of all countries unite. Even though Metropolis is a film showing the class divide, the people on the surface might think they have all the power, but the true power comes from people who notice the world around them. It echoes my first journal entry from the start of the semester. We need to be discovering and reflecting on ourselves. We are who we are, but we also need to know who we are in a physical and philosophical sense. This will help us discover who we truly are.